everyone. Welcome back to the April and Vern Show.
This is April.
And this is Vern, and we are here to answer your questions about Illinois. So the question for today is from April as well. Hi guys, I had a rough junior year and this affected my grades. What do you suggest I do? U of I is my dream.
Okay. So it affects it, but not necessarily...
It depends on the situation, the circumstance.
So it all kind of comes down to our holistic review process. So when I review an application, the first thing I do is I look to see what high school you went to. I want to understand the context that you're coming to me from and what opportunities were available, and then in relation to that, how you performed and what you chose to take advantage of. So I'll look at what high school you went to. I'll look at your schedule. So I'm looking for rigor, and I'm looking for you to continue to build rigor as you kind of move through your high school time. Then I look at your grades. I'm looking for mostly A's and B's, preferably more A's than B's. Then I look at your involvement. Our average student on campus is actively involved in between 3 and 5 organizations. So I look to have that mirrored in high school. I want to see that you're doing things in your spare time. And then I will look at your essays and your test scores. Test scores act as a benchmark for me, and then your essays help me to determine that you understand your program and how that will kind of influence your career and what you're doing.
Right. So we're not just looking at one thing. It's not just about grades. But if you feel that there was something that occurred during junior year, or for any of you that have lower performance at any time in high school that needs to be explained, you can do that on the application. There is a section, it's separate from the essay and everything else, that's called academic challenges. So if there's anything that occurred at any point that impacted your academic performance, please let us know. Everything's confidential. It only goes through the review committee. So it is helpful in the review process. If we see that you've been a pretty solid student, but in this 1 year you had a little bit of a downward trend, we want to know what happened there, what impacted your performance. You can also ask your counselor to submit a counselor explanation form to further explain that situation if needed. It is not a letter of recommendation. Remember, we don't take that as part of our application process. It's just a separate explanation form for your extenuating circumstances.
And then make sure to improve your grades as much as you can senior year. So it's important that maybe you did see a dip junior year, but we want to make sure that we don't continue on that downward trend. And so really work very hard and prioritize your schoolwork to make sure that you're doing well senior year.
No senioritis.
Yes.
All right. Well, hopefully that answers your question, April. If any of you have more questions for us, please send them our way.
Post them to #AskAprilAndVern. Thanks,
Thanks, guys.